Hey everybody, it's all about the Vector today on Barber Dave's Shaves and Such. Hey everybody, welcome to Sunday. Happy Easter to everybody. If you like the content that you see on this channel, there's this and a whole bunch more over at The Shaving Cadre. That's www.theshavingcadre.com. And if you like talk show style shows and stuff, come and see us at Drinks and Dave's on YouTube. That's every Tuesday at 6 p.m. However, we will not be having a show this Tuesday as I will be headed to the Shaving Cadre Convention in Las Vegas. So we'll probably, also there won't be any shave videos tomorrow or Tuesday. I may do one on Wednesday or maybe Tuesday evening once I get to Las Vegas. But hope everybody's doing good. We'll go over all the stuff that we're using today at the end of the shave because we're going to focus on the razor today. This was requested by Backen, who was able to source himself one of these razors used rather than new, and he wanted me to run everybody through its paces. You saw the disclaimer at the beginning of the video. I am not sponsored, paid for, or in any way promotionally supported by Blackland Razors at all. These are my own opinions. So with that being said, we're going to concentrate on the Blackland Vector. Now this comes in a variety of different configurations. You can check out blacklandrazor.com for that. But this is probably, to me, this is the Ferrari of single-edged AC-style blade razors. And when I say AC-style blade razors, the Artist Club, and I'll get as close as I can. The blade that I've chosen to use, and I've always used with this razor, is the Feather Pro Guard. However, there are a multitude of razor blades that fit the AC system, such as Kai, Schick Pro line, which a lot of people like. Probably the two most used blades are the Feather, whether it be the Pro Guard, the Feather Super, or the Feather, I think there's a couple other ones. But anyways, I choose the Feather Pro Guard because I feel it's the best one for this razor. However, very, very many people feel that the razor is great with a Schick Pro line. I have not tried a Pro line yet, but I will be very shortly. So Backen wanted me to talk about how to hold the razor. This razor is extremely intuitive. Traditionally, with most DE-style razors, you start with the razor perpendicular, rotate until you can feel the blade. Now, that just happens to usually be about 30 degrees. With this razor, it's already set up for you. This is probably one of the most, there's two intuitive razors in my mind that you don't even have to think about. One is the Feather ASD2. Very mild, but again, shave and go. The other, again, is the Vector. I think it is the Ferrari of single-edge razors. Now, this is the Standard stainless. I bought this when it first came out. Nice weight on it. I don't have the weight on it, but very well balanced. And that's what we're going to talk about today, is where to grip the razor. Well, it's pretty intuitive. Now, I hold the razor between 3 and 4 fingers. That's it. And I'll put my thumb in this notch, and then I'll rest my fingers, and very lightly. And basically just put it to your face in what you would think the normal 30-degree angle is, and just start shaving. This has got a brand new Feather Pro Guard blade in it, and you shave with it like you do a DE. If you notice, I still keep my wrist fairly straight and use my arm as the fulcrum, my shoulder. And I have no negative knocks on this razor, bar one. With the fact that it is very thin, you will need to clean, or should I say rinse, this razor often. Now, some guys don't. I do, because it just gives me a smoother shave. But you just hold it, basically, if you put your thumb and your middle finger in that notch, that's all you need to do. And it's, like I said, it's very, very intuitive, and it'll give you, well, this is the reason why this razor and my Titleist straight razor will be going with me to the Las Vegas TSC Con. And if you're in the Vegas area and you want to say hello during the conference, please stop by the Boulder station, and we will be there from Thursday through Saturday. I'm getting there a little bit early, obviously. Another thing I love about this is the profile of the head. You can get this into every nook and cranny. Now, don't get me wrong. This is a very intuitive razor, very easy to use, but you still want to be careful. I mean, because it can bite you, you know, because it is so thin, and it's like a sports car. It's very maneuverable. So you want to be careful, especially if you're going to be doing any of the Gillette slide or scything action. Just be cognizant of where the blade's at. You know, I know that there's multiple iterations of the Vector, including, I think, anodized versions and purple, blue, red, and titanium. And I've always found that the stainless one works the best for me. And aside from a straight razor, I find this the most efficient as far as being able to really maneuver this thing anywhere you need it to go. And like I said, I prefer the Feather Pro Guard blades for my skin and my whiskers, because I find it the smoothest. But you'll have to determine that with the style of beard that you have. And I've slowed this shave down a little bit, because usually I can get a shave with the Vector in about 6 or 7 minutes, because it's just, you don't think about it, you just go. And as I said, other than it needing to be rinsed more often than you would a regular razor, the only other, so I could get right now with that new Feather Pro Guard, I could quit right now, but why? But the only other knock that I would say, and I'm not going to show that on the video today because I already changed the blade, is changing the blades. And you want to be extremely careful. Well, you know what? At the end of the shave, I will take it apart just a little bit to show you. But you want to be careful, because the threaded base of the cap, because it is a 3-piece razor, the threaded base of the cap is actually rectangular. And so you have to be, and it's very, very thin. The machining on this thing is amazing. But basically it comes apart right here, and then these are 2 pieces. And it can be, you know, if you leave your blade in for a while, it can be a little bit of a hassle to take the blade out, so you just want to be careful. Now, as far as doing your upward or against the grain or across the grain, what I do is I take my middle finger and rest it in that notch, and then take my thumb and my forefinger and literally just rest it there. And then do it. You know, I let the weight of the back of the razor kind of just dictate where I shave. I do think that the Vector is one of the most intuitive razors out there. And what I love about the Vector is it's unique. There's no other razor like it. In my opinion, there's been a lot of attempted copies, but they've never been able to get the feel of this razor. Now, I know that there are proponents of the Occam. I think it's the Orin. I can't remember which one. I had one for a while. You know, it's known as Bullwinkle. I don't like it personally. I don't like the flexibility of the blade. I like this, is it makes the blade very rigid. And again, with this thin profile head, it's basically a straight razor with a handle, that's in DE form. It's just absolutely, it's my favorite single edge razor. And the shave that you get is just incredible. I do have a little bit of cleanup like I always do. But this is very easy as far as doing buffing, J-hooking, whatever you like to do to get cleaned up. And it's just a fantastic razor. It's balanced well. Shane knocked this one out of the park. I will say that. Now, the one thing with the Feather AC system blades, they're extremely sharp. And don't be surprised if the first time you use one, you get a little bit of an alum hit. And that's only because the blade's just breaking in. But usually by the second or third shave. And what's weird is I have a tendency to leave the razor, or the blades in the razor, a lot longer than I should. Let me get rinsed off and I'll take this apart for you. And then after I do that, we'll show you everything that we used today for today's shave. So I hope, Mr. Backen, I hope that gives you an idea and gives you some comfort on how to use the Blackland Vector. It's really intuitive. You're not going to need much. If you can use a DE, you can use the Vector. It's just a fantastic razor. Let me put some witch hazel on real quick, and then we'll take that apart. Okay, the witch hazel we're using today is CPL Lindsay Kubeba. It goes very well with the soap and aftershave that I'm using, or used. So I hope everybody's got big plans for Easter. It is very cold and very rainy here, which is odd for an Easter. Okay, well, that's drying down. So again, the Vector, Blackland Vector in stainless steel. This is the brushed version. I know they make polished. They make a bunch of different iterations. Just get the one you like. But if you don't have this razor, whether you're a straight razor, a DE razor, whatever, you need to get this razor. Find a way. They're that good. Okay, so basically what I do is I take both sides, hold it in my hand, and just unscrew it. Now, that very easy to clean. And this is where, and I don't know if you can see it, but if you look at the post, it's rectangular, and that can be a little goofy. Now, what I usually do is I'll tap it on a hard surface to make it come apart. So there's your head unit, very, very small, very, very thin, and there is your blade. The blade will fit in a multitude of configurations, so you need to be careful when you put the blade in because you may not have it on correctly, and that happens, and I'll do that later. So basically, you take your feather blade, take your cap, and you'll see the pointed end of the cap. Make sure the blade part's out. Put it in just like that. You'll take the base plate, which is basically like a standard safety bar. Put that over the top. And I'm doing this without glasses on, so this is very interesting. And then you just screw it in, and that's pretty much it. And it's a wonderful razor, so make sure that you get one. If you haven't gotten one, you need to. They're that good. Okay, what soap did we use today? We used Noble Otter Jack, and this is basically got juniper, pine, mint. It's just a wonderful, wonderful soap, typical of Noble Otter. The artwork is fantastic. Noble Otter Aftershave. And unlike a lot of your pine and juniper fragrances, this has got a little bit of a citrus hint to it, which is kind of nice. The talc we'll be using today is Yardley Classic. We're actually going over to some friend's house for Easter dinner or brunch. So again, I apologize. Probably not a video tomorrow as I'm packing and getting ready to leave on Tuesday morning. Probably will not have one Tuesday unless I do something Tuesday night. And I'm thinking about maybe doing even a live on Tuesday evening. And you'll be notified if that ends up being the case. And since it's got that mint component, and this is the first time I've used this fragrance, like 3 days during the week, and that's Floris 1962. This has got lemongrass, spearmint. It's unobtainium. They only made it for a very limited time, but it's just absolutely a tremendous fragrance. Again, in my top 3 fragrances. Okay, that's it, folks, for the shave. I certainly hope that that helped. And say, like, here's a perfect example. Trying to figure out if I've got this on right, because it is so small. And once you get it on, what I do is I just take the cap and I'll just screw it on like this, and it'll tighten up. And there you go. Again, Blackland Vector, absolutely amazing, amazing razor. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I'll see you again either on Tuesday or for a live, or maybe on Wednesday morning from Las Vegas at the Shaving Cadre Convention. I hope everybody has a wonderful Easter, and have a great day.